Okay, so we're diving into the world of cryptos today. You know, those cryptos that are hoping to make it big, the ones currently under 50 cents.
Under the radar.
Yeah, exactly, under the radar. And we're talking serious gains, at least according to this article we're looking at from Brave New Coin.
Big gains.
Huge gains. They say some of these cryptos could hit 15,000% by December of next year.
Yeah, that's quite a prediction.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So before we get lost in dreams of yachts and private islands,
Right.
we're going to break it all down. We're looking at 6 cryptos from this article. We'll do a quick overview of each one and then a deep dive into one that really stood out.
Yeah, a deep dive is definitely the way to go here, especially with something like crypto. You really got to understand all the little details.
Absolutely. So first up, we have COSPA.
COSPA, okay.
And this article really digs into its unique block DAG structure. Honestly, before reading this, I had no idea what a block DAG was.
Had you heard of that?
I had not. But apparently it uses something called the Ghost DAG protocol.
Okay. And this is what makes COSPA potentially interesting because most blockchains process transactions one block at a time. But with Ghost DAG, multiple blocks can exist simultaneously.
So instead of blocks getting tossed out if they aren't first in line,
Right.
they all get to be part of the chain,
It's a different approach.
which I imagine makes things a lot faster.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to make crypto transactions as quickly and easily as you send a text message. That's the kind of future COSPA is aiming for.
Sign me up. Okay, so next we've got Stellar Lumens,
Stellar Lumens.
or XLM, which I feel like I've heard of. I think I remember hearing about this a while back. It's supposed to be big on making international money transfers cheaper and faster.
Yes. And it aims to do that not by replacing existing financial systems, but by working with them.
Okay.
So Stellar allows for seamless transactions in both traditional currencies and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin.
So it's less about disruption and more about creating a bridge between the old and the new.
Exactly. That ability to connect those two worlds is why a lot of eyes are on Stellar Lumens. Now, moving on to a crypto with a bit more of a colorful personality, we have Dojin.
Okay, see, this is the one that really caught my eye. It's not just about the tech. It's the whole vibe.
The vibe, okay.
Yeah, this Dojian token is really leaning into the whole meme coin thing. But more on that later.
Indeed. And it's worth noting the article is very enthusiastic, I'd say, about Dojin.
Okay.
They even use terms like hardcore and balls of steel to describe it.
Interesting.
Yeah, this aggressive marketing should raise some red flags.
Duly noted. All right, up next is Terra Classic, or LUNC.
Terra Classic.
This one's had quite a journey.
It has. So it started as Terra aiming to create stablecoins pegged to fiat currencies. But after a major market event in 2022, it rebranded to Terra Classic.
And for those unfamiliar, a stablecoin is?
Essentially a cryptocurrency designed to minimize price volatility.
Got it.
They aim to maintain a stable value, often pegged to a fiat currency like the US dollar.
So Terra aimed for stability, but things didn't quite go as planned.
Right. Combination of factors led to a collapse in its value. A stark reminder of the risks inherent in the crypto market.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to a much lighter and, shall we say, furrier topic, Dogecoin.
Dogecoin, your DOGE with the Shiba Inu.
Yes, the one with the Shiba Inu dog as its logo.
Right. Everyone loves a good dog meme, which might be why Dogecoin captured the internet's heart back in 2013.
And it's still going strong. This article mentioned Elon Musk is a fan,
Of course.
which probably hasn't hurt its popularity anyway.
True. Although it's important to remember that even with high-profile endorsements, the value of any asset, especially in the crypto world, can fluctuate significantly.
Very true. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have Shiba Inu, or SH,
Go ahead.
another Shiba Inu themed coin, but this one runs on the Ethereum blockchain.
And that's a crucial distinction. By being built on Ethereum, Shiba Inu can leverage its capabilities, things like decentralized applications and NFTs, opening up a whole world of possibilities beyond just being a meme coin.
So while it might have started as a fun, community-driven project,
Right.
Shiba Inu is aiming for something more substantial.
Precisely. It's a good reminder that in the ever-evolving landscape of crypto, a project's initial purpose doesn't always dictate its future direction.
And speaking of future direction, it's time we turn our attention back to Gojin.
Okay.
This one's got a lot to unpack, and by unpack I mean we need to figure out if it's the next big thing or all bark and no bite.
Exactly. The article's enthusiastic language definitely caught our attention, but now we need to analyze those claims critically.
All right, so we're diving into the deep end with Dujin. And the first thing that kind of jumped out at me was this aggressive timeline the article lays out. They're predicting a 700% surge by the end of their presale.
And that brings up an important point for anyone new to crypto.
Oh, yeah.
What is a presale and what does it mean for you as an investor?
Exactly. It's easy to just skim over those terms and be like, yeah, pre-sale, whatever.
Right.
But they matter. So before we even get into Dojin's claims, let's break that down.
Yeah, so a presale is essentially an early bird opportunity to buy a token before it's listed on major exchanges. It's a way for projects to raise funds and build some initial hype.
Okay, so it's like getting in on the ground floor before everyone else.
In a way, yes, but it also comes with higher risk.
Oh, how so?
Because you're relying on the team's promises before they've really proven themselves in the open market.
So you're kind of placing a bet on their potential.
Exactly. Which makes that 700% prediction even more interesting.
Yeah, a bold statement to make before you even really launched.
Right. And that brings us to another point that raised a flag for me. Their heavy emphasis on the referral scheme.
Oh, yeah, the referral program.
Yeah, they're really pushing this idea of bringing in new investors.
Which I get it. More investors equals higher demand, which hopefully means higher prices.
Right. But the article was almost fixated on it, wasn't it?
It really was.
Like more so than the actual tech behind Dojin.
Yeah, it was giving join our team, get rich with us vibes.
Precisely. It's one thing to offer a referral bonus. It's another when the focus seems to be more on recruitment than the inherent value of the asset.
Yeah.
That's when it starts to feel a little unsustainable, I'd say.
Yeah, because it feels kind of like those, I don't know, those pyramid scheme things.
Right, where it's all about getting people in at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
And then those people are incentivized to bring more people in and so on.
And then eventually it all just collapses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, it's important to note that not all projects with the referral programs are problematic. But it's crucial for you as an investor to really analyze what's driving those price increases.
Okay, so is it genuine demand based on, how good the project actually is?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or is it artificially inflated by this really aggressive recruitment strategy?
Right, because if everyone stops joining the team.
Exactly. The price could plummet, leaving those who got in late with significant losses.
Not good. Not good. Okay, so we've got this aggressive timeline. We've got the heavy recruitment push. And then to top it all off, there's another aspect of this whole Dojin thing I found a bit much, I guess.
Okay, what's that?
The article kept associating Dojin with this super lavish lifestyle, sports cars, piles of cash.
Oh, yeah, the classic.
Yeah, and they even threw in the quote-unquote beautiful women. Like, come on.
Yes, it was rather overt, wasn't it?
It was a lot.
And that kind of marketing should always give you pause. It's this classic appeal to emotion rather than logic.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to tap into this fantasy of overnight wealth and luxury.
Right.
But without necessarily addressing the work, and let's be honest, the luck that's often involved in achieving that.
Exactly. And while a bit of marketing flair is to be expected,
Sure.
when it feels like they're selling a dream rather than a product,
I see what you mean.
that's a red flag.
Yeah.
It's a distraction from the real question, which is, does this project have solid fundamentals and a realistic path to success?
Right, because at the end of the day, that's what really matters.
Exactly, the fundamentals.
Okay, so we've got the aggressive timeline, the recruitment push, the over-the-top lifestyle marketing. And then to top it all off, they bring up these other meme coins, BONK and PopCat.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
As if to say, see, this strategy works.
Right, like look at these shining examples of success.
Exactly.
But that's where you, the informed investor, come in.
Put on your detective hat.
Exactly. Don't just take their word for it. Look into those coins. Did they have lasting success, or were they just flashes in the pan?
Right, because if those are supposed to be our examples of success, and they've already crashed and burned.
It doesn't bode well for Dogen's long-term prospects, does it?
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
So again, research is key. Look beyond the hype and see if their claims hold water.
Okay, so to sum it all up, we've taken a deep dive into Dojin, and honestly, I'm left with more questions than answers.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though, is it?
That's true. It just means we need to keep digging.
And that's what's so important to remember in the world of crypto. Due diligence is essential. Don't let flashy promises cloud your judgment.
Okay, so we've explored 6 cryptos, all hoping to climb the crypto charts. And I gotta say, each one sparked some serious curiosity in me.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there for sure.
Like Kaspa, pushing the boundaries of speed with its whole block DAG structure.
Trying to make those transactions lightning fast.
Exactly. And then there's stellar lumens bridging that gap between traditional finance and the crypto world.
Bringing the old and the new together.
Yeah, like imagine moving money globally as easily as you send a text.
It's an exciting prospect. Really shows you the potential of this technology.
Absolutely. And of course, we can't forget Terra Classic.
Right.
A good reminder that even with the best intentions, the crypto market can be a bumpy ride.
Volatility is part of the game.
It's true, which is why it's so important to do your research.
Yeah. Absolutely. Diversification and research are key.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket and all that.
Words to live by. Now, we also looked at a couple of meme coins, hoping to, break free from that label, become something more.
Evolve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dogecoin riding the waves of internet fame and Elon Musk tweets.
What a combo.
Right. And then there's Shiba Inu tapping into the power of the Ethereum network to build something bigger.
It just goes to show that in the world of crypto, things are constantly changing.
Always evolving. Okay, but we can't wrap up this deep dive without circling back to Dogen.
Yes. The one with all the hype.
The marketing, that timeline, the focus on recruitment over tech, it definitely raised some red flags for me.
And rightfully so. While you should always be cautious with investments, Dogen's strategy warrants an extra dose of skepticism.
So what's the takeaway for our listener when it comes to Dogen?
I'd say proceed with extreme caution. Don't let FOMO, that fear of missing out,
Oh, yeah.
overshadow your better judgment. Really dig deeper, scrutinize their claims, and see if their vision actually aligns with your investment philosophy.
Solid advice. As we've seen today, the world of crypto is full of opportunities. But it's also a minefield out there.
It's true.
The key is to stay informed, ask questions, and never stop learning.
The most valuable asset you have is your own knowledge.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining me. It's been fun.
The pleasure was all mine. Until next time.